In today's video, we're checking out 3 different Perry homes, all listed at $550,000. We're going to explore all 3, talk about the pros and cons, and see if one of them comes out a winner. We're going to get after it right now. All right, so this first house is a 2,407 square foot home. It is a 4-bed, 3.5 bath, listed at $550,000, like everything in this video. The rain came down pretty hard, and I didn't want it to get into my microphone, so that's why I'm standing here. But you can see we're on the side of the house, so it's a 2-car garage, and then this pathway down the side. Gate to your backyard there, and then we have this entryway here on the side here. So I do like that they put some tile here in the front. Beautiful front door, the wavy glass. See the Ring camera already comes installed, and the code, as well as a regular key. Let's just pan around and see kind of the first impressions. I'm actually gonna go left first. So it's a really interesting layout, a little different than most homes. You actually have your office up here in the front. You can see out to the street from here, since you didn't get that view from here. Now, they listed this as a 5-bed, which is a little misleading. I know why they did that. In Texas, if it has a closet, it's considered a bedroom, and this technically has a closet. Now, this is more of shelving, right, for an office. I really like that they put this in here, but if you see online, it's a 5-bed. It's not. Clearly, I mean, you have French glass doors. It's an office. It's meant to be used as an office. So 5-bed plus an office. To the right here, half bath, really good size half bath. Not a huge fan of the pedestal sink, but it's an easy thing to change out if you decide to do so. I like the natural light coming in. You'll notice throughout the home that there are no blinds with this inventory home. Sometimes they have them in, sometimes they don't. Same with appliances, fridge, washer, dryer. These are all negotiable. I'm extremely confident in my abilities to negotiate these things into a contract for the builder to pay for. So we can definitely get blinds, fridge, washer, dryer included in this one. 2-car garage. So we have some extra space under here, so the stairs. So it is plumbed for water softener loop if you do want to add that in. But even if you put a water softener, there's still plenty of space here. Tankless water heater, you're gonna see that in all the homes in Easton Park nowadays. Irrigation system, and then EV charger and electrical box. About 1 foot from the wall to the door. I'd say it's about average. It's not bad, it's not good. It's a decent amount of space width-wise, but I do like the extra, pushed out. The door's kind of hiding the effect, because even this part's pushed out. So quite a bit of extra space back here, which is great. Really like the 8-foot doors throughout this house, and just the amount of windows they put in here too. Flooring is tile, it's a wood look tile. So something to be aware of with tile, you can get hairline fractures. If the soil shifts in the future. I haven't had this issue before in Easton Park, but let's say 10 years down the road, we start seeing some minor cracks in the tile because the foundation shifted a little. Didn't really do anything to the foundation or to the sheetrock. It's just the tile is so susceptible to hairline cracks. So something to be aware of with tile. My first house is tile. It's in Easton Park. I've never had issues with it. I will say another thing to be aware of is the grout. So the grout is quite dirty because this one has been completed. People are walking through it. So I would definitely recommend as soon as you move in to clean the grout and make sure that you seal it because I did not do that in my first house, and that's disgusting grout at this point. So super important to consider that. Incredibly massive island. They put 3, and you can see it's staged. They put 3 chairs. You can easily comfortably put 4 chairs there. That's where the fridge would go. Pantry is a really good amount of space. Very long pantry, tons of shelving as far as the depth of it. Interesting backsplash here. We have the 5-burner range, really wide 5-burner range. I like that Perry does that. Some builders have a 5-burner, but it's super tight. You're never gonna fit 5 pots on that. You will with this one. And so with that built in, you have extra storage down there. Interesting countertop they chose here. I like this with the veins go walking through it. Large single basin stainless steel sink looking out to the living area. Again, I really like that. I thought they did a good job with the stainless steel fixtures they have here for the sink, the faucet, and then the light fixtures here too, the handles throughout. Everything makes sense with this, so I think they did a good job. These are not soft close. Boo. I always like when they add soft close. It's such an easy thing to add. You have the built-in oven, built-in microwave. Yeah, I think this kitchen's great and pretty wide. 2 people can comfortably be working. You know, someone's cooking here, somebody's washing up here. I mean, you're not completely in each other's way. It's a decent amount of space. My setup is very much like this, where the cooktop's here and the sink's here, but I would say it's about 6 inches to a foot closer. So this feels much wider. This walkway's a little tight on the side though. It's nice that they have it staged so you can really get a sense of how furniture would fit in here. Beautiful tall windows. Here you have the dining area looking out to the backyard. Check out this backyard. Really good sized back patio. You already have the gas drop there, so you don't need to get propane tanks anymore. You can just attach the grill. It's a perfect spot to put the gas drop. They do have grass on the side, so we don't have pebbles or anything. Some people prefer that. I know I would. It's just less, yard work for you to do. And then where we are on the street, it's elevated like we're going up a hill. So this side, the next lot behind you is elevated. I don't mind this because of how deep this lot is. It doesn't feel like that wall's right on top of me. So I'm getting a decent amount of sky coming at me, but I also maintain the privacy. So I don't really see them ever. I'm not gonna see them ever because the footprint of their house, it's a 1-story home, so it's further back. So yeah, this is a really good spot. I'm not sure what's gonna happen over there. Don't really care though, because I'm on this side from my porch, or my patio, excuse me. Something to be aware of is just irrigation patterns as far as like when it rains really heavily, where does the water drain? And so they're gonna have, certain parameters that the builder has to adhere to by the city on the drainage, what would you call it? The grading, right? Of sloping away from the foundation. So it's something important to ask an inspector. I always do ask my inspector, hey, can you check that out? He's seen thousands of homes. He's gonna have a good idea of what looks right, what looks bad. But in case you're concerned, right? Because just looking at that, you're like, well, wait, all the water's flooding this way. If you have pooling water after it rains, after you move in, then you can take a photo of that and go, hey, I have pooling water. This is under my warranty. I need you to fix this. And then the builder will come out and adjust the grading of the yard. So something to be aware of. You are protected with that. I wouldn't let I've had buyers look at something like this and go, I'm scared to buy because what if all the water just drains up against here? The builder, the warranty will protect you from that happening. Now that is kind of annoying. I'm not sure who's in charge of trimming that, but I'm not climbing up there. And I know that neighbor's not gonna climb over their fence to climb up there. So that would definitely be a question of, hey, is the HOA gonna come by and take care of that? I believe they are, but I'm not 100% sure they would. I wanna check on that. Here we have the utility room, not my favorite. So they made it work with what they had, but you have to do a stackable washer dryer in here. Not a big deal, right? But it's really just showcasing how small this is. So calling it a room is actually kind of generous. It's more of a utility closet. I do like that they put in, cabinet, table, more storage. So it's gonna be easy to maintain this look and make it look nice and clean because of that. But stackable washer dryer is not ideal. I would rather have more space to work with. Also, it's right next to the bedroom where you're gonna be sleeping. So if you're doing laundry at night, you're more likely than not gonna hear that, rumbling right there. Excuse me, we have a tray ceiling, 4 windows, ton of natural light coming into the primary bed. The primary bedroom's massive. It's a really, really good amount of space. And then we come to the primary bath. I do like that we have the natural light coming in, but we still have the privacy there. Dual vanity, quite a bit of separation in the middle there. Massive shower. Absolutely massive. So it's a sunken shower, you step down to get into it. And then this is super long. I'm not sure why they didn't put a bench here, to be honest. This is almost too much space. But I do like it. I wish the tile went to the ceiling. That's just a small thing. I do like that we have this, shelf here. So you don't have to put anything else in. Then they already have it built in the corner there too. Yeah, these are all good things. Toilet off to the side, and then a decent sized closet. Nothing amazing, but I like how deep it is. And then they have the built-in shelves there too. Yeah, I like this bathroom. I like this bedroom quite a bit. Not a huge fan of that, but they're making it work with the space they have to work with. Now we'll go upstairs. Now, something I noticed is they didn't maintain this railing up here. And I actually kind of like that. I think with the railing up here, it would look better. And a lot of builders do that for that reason. But you'll see when we go up there, words today are hard for me. This is a really good spot to put the couch. And so this actually looks cleaner because of how you're more likely going to use the upstairs space. So let's check it out. No carpet on the stairs, which I think is a great upgrade. Really smart of them to not put that. A lot of people who have carpet on the stairs rip it off. So here's the landing. And so hopefully you can kind of see what I'm talking about. But if I was using the space, I would probably put a seating area here in this corner. That's deep enough and it's out of the way as far as the walkway that it would make the most sense here. And then you can either put the TV there, you can put it low here if you wanted to do that. I'd probably get blackout curtains for these windows because I would want this to be kind of a movie area. Have a linen closet. Your attic up there. This is our first of 3 bedrooms upstairs. This one's the smallest one by far. It's probably 10 by 10 foot, just by looking at it. Really good amount of closet space in all of these guest rooms, so I was impressed with that. Here's the second bedroom. Definitely quite a bit bigger. I like the extra window we get over there. Again, really good amount of closet space in here. And then this is the guest bathroom for these 2 bedrooms to share. Just the one sink. I do like the tile selection they chose here. It's nice. I'm sure it's, you know, a level 1 or level 2 tile, but it's nicer than what I typically see. So good job, Perry, with kind of the basic tile having some style to it. And then finally on this side of the house, I would consider this a guest room. It has an ensuite bathroom. So just the one window, which there will be a house here. So I'm not sure, you'll probably just be looking at the side of a house, depending on if it's a 1-story or 2-story. And then walk-in closets, good amount of space. That's just a crawl space for the attic. And then really nice. Yeah, I like that we have the walk-in shower, the exact same flooring as the primary shower downstairs, so that's nice. And then they changed it up a little bit by doing the subway tile. Again, I like it. It's not exactly the same as the tile in the other guest bedroom, so a little bit of customization. And they actually put a towel rack somewhere where it makes sense in the bathroom, which I've never seen a builder do that, so congratulations, Perry. But yeah, cool. So that was the first of 3. So now I'll go check out number 2, and we'll see if we can kind of compare pros and cons based off this one. So let's see you over there. All right, on to the second house. So this one is 2,412 square feet, so 5 square feet more. You're not gonna feel that at all. Very different layout. I'm gonna talk about 2 main differences, really 3 main differences from this one compared to the last one. Pan around so you can see, again, I apologize for not getting to see the front of the house, just the rain is messing it up. I do like the amount, I just noticed that right now, just the landscaping here. That's really nice. You know, typically builders put those tiny plants and that's it, but this has been really well done up here in the front. Kudos to you, Perry. All right, well, let's check it out. You're gonna see a lot of the same materials used, but the layout is mainly what we're looking at, the floor plan, how it flows. Does it make sense for you? So very different right off the bat, right? We have a walkway here, utility room right here. You're gonna notice no office, and that's one of the 3 big differences. This one does not have an office. So this is a 4-bed, 3.5 bath, just like the last one, but no office. Here's the utility room. I do like that it's not stacked. We have natural light coming in, but we don't have a closed cabinet. So it's kind of like, you know, the last one I wasn't a huge fan of, but I liked that I had cabinet space so I could keep it looking clean with all my cleaning supplies. This one I'd have to, after the fact, put in my own cabinets, which I'm not a huge fan of. So it's okay. I wish it had closed cabinetry. Same flooring, exact same flooring as the previous one. And this one does have a mudroom, right? So we have an area to kind of hang our coats, kick our shoes off. Here is our half bath, almost the exact same dimensions and materials as the previous half bath, just no natural light coming in this one. And then here's your garage, where you're gonna enter most days. As far as this garage, It's a teeny bit smaller, maybe by a couple inches. That looks to be about 6-8 inches, and then a regular foot on that side. It's got all the same stuff as before, right? Irrigation system, tankless water heater, the water softener loop, the electrical panel. This one doesn't push back as much though. So it's very square, very, very standard garage. You don't get that extra storage like you did in the previous garage. You do get that extra storage somewhere else though, so that's not a bad thing. I do like the amount of natural light coming in here. The double windows stacked up there. Super tall ceilings. If you go in the model home, this is the exact floor plan for the model home. So now you're just kind of seeing it in real life, what it looks like when it's not staged and doesn't have a sales office right here. This is kind of weird to me. Coat closet, just really far away from everything else. I wouldn't have put a coat closet, I would just kept this not like that, or put a second pantry, I'm not sure. Kind of odd. Okay, second big difference for this one is the kitchen. Kitchen is quite a bit smaller. You can already tell from the countertop of the island, way smaller and shallower than the previous one. Also, the pantry is more of a typical corner pantry. You don't get that deep, like L-shaped pantry we saw in the previous one, which I really liked. I do like the backsplash. I like the blue they used, adds a little splash of color in here. Other than that, it's the exact same materials. You have the stainless steel sink, you have the built-in range, built-in oven microwave. But I do think we're missing quite a bit of just countertop space in this one. I do like the one with a different color for the cabinets and the island, just change it up a little bit. It's a little bit more stylish, I think, this kitchen, but it is smaller, so something to take into consideration. Okay, here we have the dining area, similar dimensions to the previous home, and then actually the backyard is almost identical to the previous one. We're on the same street, we're just about 8 doors down. Same spot for the gas drop, same space for the back patio, even to the same of like your next door neighbor is a 1-story, so again, you don't have to worry about them. This one's already built or being built, and again, it's far enough away, you're gonna have a good amount of privacy. It looks exactly the same as the previous house there, so really no difference. And now instead of utility room, right, it's just a regular foyer into, not foyer, vestibule. Learning my real estate words. It's a regular vestibule into the primary bedroom. This one, no tray ceiling, so the ceiling does feel a little bit smaller because of that. I do like that we have the 4 windows though. Really massive amount of space in here. This bathroom is much different. I actually prefer this one a lot. And this is the third and final big difference. So we have 2 separated sinks. Great, love that. We have a very large one, window with the frosted glass. Cool. We have this closet, which is now you see, okay, that's where the storage space that I was losing in the garage goes to. So you have extra storage space underneath the stairs, as well as having a whole second closet. So having 2 closets, even if you feel like you don't need it, it helps so much when it comes to sell the home down the road. See the toilet over here, and then the shower. Really cool design on the flooring there. I thought that was really neat, really different. I do wish this went to the ceiling. It's a small thing, but it would add a lot with the built-in shelf. And then one small thing, I just liked where they placed this. As far as I can tell you from living in Easton Park and mostly having a tankless water heater, the water, you have to turn it on in the morning for 2 minutes, and then you'll have hot water, and then you're good for the rest of the day. That's just kind of the downside of having a tankless water heater. It saves you money, that's why it's good to have that, it's more energy efficient. But first thing in the morning, you have to turn it on and let it work for it to be good for the rest of the day. It's great that this is just right here. And you just turn it on. Usually I turn it on and I brush my teeth, and then I go take a shower in the morning. It's just nice that you don't have to like get back here or get wet turning it on. So this was a small but very smart detail on the plumbing side of where they put that. Yeah, I like this bathroom quite a lot. I really like the 2 closets. Definitely different pros and cons. I prefer the other kitchen over this kitchen. And I definitely preferred having an office over not having an office. Now, remember I told you this is 5 square feet bigger than the previous home. And so where that non-office space goes into is the 3 bedrooms are way bigger than that one. So again, this may work better for your lifestyle. You can also see the difference. So this one has the banister at the top of the stairs, whereas the other one didn't. It looks great, but again, I think I prefer it more separated. That's just personal preference though. I love that they add this thing over here, the place that no one's ever gonna put anything. It's so random to me. It would look nice, right? You just gotta get a really, really, really tall ladder, which is gonna cost a few $100s by itself, and then put a nice urn up there, and then forget about it, right? Never clean it. But anyway, so we have the landing up here. This one does have a tray ceiling. We have the recessed lighting. I'm not a huge fan of again, they can't control this, but the windows for their landing are facing our windows for our landing. So you're gonna get blinds and you're gonna have this covered pretty much all the time. We'll go left first. So here's bedroom number 1 upstairs. Just a single window. I wish I had 2 windows. It's a small thing, but it does help. Very standard bathroom. It is an ensuite. This tile isn't really doing it for me, but it's personal preference. Not a huge fan of this, right, where we have the closet behind the door to the, not great. Also, this closet's not great. It really feels like they ran out of room, so they just kind of shoved this back here. So this layout for this guest room isn't great. That being said, it's probably gonna be used as a guest room and not used that often, but. Second bedroom upstairs, really good sized bedroom. Again, just the 1 window. I do like that we have 1 story next door though, at least, so you get somewhat of a view. You're not just staring at the side of a house. And then Perry's doing a good job of having not just the typical closet, well, except for that one. Typical closet, all of them are a little bit bigger for their guest rooms. Linen closet, I also like to do this with the extended shelving, and then up here further back makes it a little bit easier to get to things and gives you more space to store stuff. Here's the other guest bedroom, exact same, tile materials as before. This is interesting. I like that this is open, kind of random. I'm not sure what I would do with this or do anything with it. It's whatever you put here is going to fall, but I thought it was different, so I like that. Second linen closet, not 3 steps away from the other linen closet. Again, kind of weird, but whatever. You don't have to use it for linens. And then our 3rd bedroom upstairs, which I would probably use as a media room. It's big enough. And you have that linen closet right outside the door, so that's where you can store things for your media room. So yeah, there you have it. That was the second one. Price the exact same as first. You can already tell, very different. Same materials, a lot of the same materials used. You can definitely tell both of them are a Perry home. They're both in the same street, right? The backyard's exactly the same. Garage is pretty similar to each other. I wish I could show you the front, but you can see that in person if you did want to see these. Perry does a great job of the front of the homes looking very luxury, so they'll use stone, they'll use stucco. All of that makes it look very, very clean and neat. And then the landscaping in the front. I noticed that was really, really good for this one too, but cool. Were 2, both listed at $550. We're gonna check out 1 more house, different floor plan. I haven't been to that one yet, so we're gonna look at it together and compare. And then at the end, I'm gonna see which one I think is my favorite. So let's see house number 3. All right, here we are at the final Perry home. This one is 2,463 square feet, so about 50 bigger than the previous house. It is a 4-bed, 3.5 bath. Again, listed at $550,000. Pan around so you can kind of see, not much. This is an empty lot. We're in a couple of streets, actually 1 street down. So we were up there and now we're on the lower street, Stitzel-Weller. You can also see the siding here. This is a board and batten look, so more of a farmhouse look home versus you can kind of see a Perry home over there. You see what I'm talking about with the stone and the stucco siding. So very different exterior. Again, I apologize, I can't show it too much, but looks like that. Let's check it out. So we have our side door here. Exact same tile flooring as before. Walking back here, you have a office. So we do get an office with a massive ceiling. And they're still working on this. That's why we're seeing the trim not painted right now. 2 windows looking out to the front of the home. And our half bath here. Again, pedestal sink, everything you'd expect with the natural light coming in. Just remember there will be a house right there, so that view will be a little different. And then before we check out the main area, we have our garage space here. Garage is about the same width as the first one, right? You see it juts out a little bit further there, but it's about a foot either side of the door. We just don't have the extra storage underneath the stairs here. Take all this in. This is a much bigger island. I do like this kitchen quite a bit. Backsplash is really cool. Typical corner pantry, so not like the first one still, but definitely a lot more countertop space because of that enlarged island. Dining room. Underneath the stairs, you have a typical storage area for that. More typical than what you would see. Now, this one's very different, mainly because of the location, so let's talk about that. As I said, we're on the street just south of where we were before. The last street was Woodford Way. This is Stitzel-Weller. And what's interesting about this street is it's the bottom of Pilot Park. So there are no more homes here. Now you may be thinking, that's awesome, I'm not gonna have a rear neighbor. Where do I sign? Something to be aware of, and it's another reason to speak with a realtor who knows the area extremely well. I live 5 streets up from here. I live in Pilot Park. I know the construction plans for this area. All that construction you're seeing off in the distance there, that is the extension of Slaughter Lane. And so if you can just see through the trees where that light is, that's where Slaughter Lane ends right here, right? That's going west in towards I-35. It ends here, and then this is McKinney Falls Parkway going north to south. They're going to extend Slaughter here. I don't know how loud that traffic's gonna be in 10 years, right? I also don't know with Slaughter what they're going to put next to it, because typically commercial likes to go on busy roads. And so as they extend Slaughter all the way, eventually it's going to connect to 183 all the way over there. They're probably going to add a McDonald's, a CVS, a Chase Bank. They're going to add things along that road. And I'm not sure what the specific plans are between where this fence is and where that road will be. So that's something we would need to chat with and ask, hey, are we planting trees here? Are we putting pathways here, walking paths? What is happening with this specific area right behind my house? I know you're not building homes, but what is going to happen? Like, what is this going to be? It could just be an irrigation. They may just dig it out and that's an irrigation zone. I'm not sure, but that's something that we definitely want to know so that you don't think you're getting a greenbelt lot and then, afterwards it turns into, traffic noises in Chase Bank right there. And I just noticed there are people inside touring this house, so I'm gonna pause the video and I'll restart whenever they're done with their showing. And we're back. And that was actually very helpful for me because it was one of the sales reps, so I was asking a bunch of questions while I was showing some people around. So I asked him about this green belt. I was like, hey, what do you know? And he said, well, they're going to plant trees and bushes in this area, but he doesn't know how tall they're gonna get. And he did say that for sure there will be commercial here, but it is gonna be facing that way, so you're gonna look at the back of commercial. Either one's not great in my opinion. The trees will help, so TBD as far as what it'll actually look like. You can, because you have enough distance here, plant very tall trees so that it's completely blocking buildings. There are ways around that. It's not a crazy width of a lot, so just planting 10 trees shouldn't cost you too much. So something to be aware of there. He also reminded me, which is a really, really good point, that entrance, that Slaughter Lane, is going to be the main entrance to Easton Park because they have so much more to build going further south. The completion date for Easton Park is 2037. So it's 11 years from recording this video. And they're about halfway done with the north side. So everything south of Slaughter is the second half of Easton Park. And so this is going to be the main entrance. Saying that because they're not going to put something that looks really awful at the main entrance of the neighborhood. So this should look good, I would assume, but again, no one can predict the future. It's something to definitely do extra homework on and see. But as far as the commercial, those are still for sale, so no one knows what commercial is going to buy that. Also, something to bring up is this fence will not stay like this. I asked him about that too, because we see wood and then it goes to wrought iron, but with your neighbor, that doesn't make any sense. He said it's just a temporary thing as they're building, and then they're gonna put the wood along here, but you do still get to keep the stones along the side, which is nice for landscaping. Last thing I learned, which is also very helpful, is this is just got a price reduction to $525,000. So it's the biggest house yet, and it's reduced to $525,000, and really no rear neighbor. So this one's definitely standing out to me so far. Let's continue the tour. Walking down this way, utility room again, but this one's a lot bigger, right? Very similar look as the second home we looked at, but similar to placement in the floor plan of the first house. And then walking into the primary bedroom, this one feels a little bit smaller. Still big enough. Something with primary bedroom for me is, do I have enough room for my king size bed and side tables? Then we're good, and then the dog crates. So this one still works for me. I do wish we had that fourth window, but this is nice. Also different having the door entry in the center of the room instead of the back corner, which I'm used to. Really nice bathroom. I like this bathroom a lot. So we have the separated sinks, already like that. Super long closet, like super long closet. Plenty of space to hang clothing. We have toilet off here with natural light coming in. And you have the super long shower like we had in the first one, but with the interesting tile from the second home. And again, smart placement for the handle there by the door. I wish they'd added a bench here. Bench somewhere, but that's something you can add afterwards. I do like that bathroom quite a bit. All right, let's check out upstairs. I haven't been upstairs yet, so we're gonna explore this for the first time together. Now that I know it's $525,000, I'm thinking, okay, this one's definitely the best deal. But let's see what upstairs looks like. Okay, off to the right here, really good sized room, lots of natural light. Looks like we have a walk-in attic. And so, interesting. So I would put more plywood down, and you have a lot more storage in here. This is great. It's a whole extra room. Pretty much. Very cool. And then walk-in closet for the guest. Yeah, this is a really good amount of space in this bedroom. Slightly upgraded as far as the walnut cabinetry, and then somewhat of a herringbone design with the backsplash here. Cool. Access to the actual attic, that's where you would change out the HVAC. Wow, this room's quite large. Very large room. Okay, closet. Open railing, which honestly with this layout I don't mind, because I would probably put a couch here and TV here. Or if you want a reading nook, right, plenty of space here, natural light coming down at you. This works well either way. Smaller room, not too bad. This one does look out to the back, so you can get a better view of that area. Not having a rear neighbor definitely is nice, but you know, it's just something to be aware of. Again, a salesman is going to say like, hey, it's great, they have all these things planted, you're not gonna see anything. There's homes in Easton Park that are near, not even backing up to, just near the car wash that was put near William Cannon in McKinney Falls. And they have complained like the lights are constantly flashing because it's just bright lights flashing through the night to where it's like coming into their bedroom. So it's just something to really carefully consider when they say there's gonna be commercial back there. It's like, okay, well, how's it going to affect living in this room? How am I going to use this room? Is this a workout room? Is this where my child's sleeping? Yeah, it's important to really consider those and just kind of consider the worst case scenario and if you'd be okay with that. Okay, a little linen closet in here. Cool. Yeah, I like the ensuite. All of them have an ensuite. That's really nice. And then we have our closet off to the side here, which I prefer over that second house where the closet door is behind. Okay, I gotta think of my final thoughts now. They all have very different pros and cons. I think personally, not even just for me buying, but if I was advising a client and they could go for any of them. As far as like what best resale value, I would say it's a tricky one because the 2 closets in that second home is a huge game changer. That people really like closet space. Separated closets is feels like a luxury. But not having an office, a home office after COVID, where now it's kind of normal for people to work from home, that's tricky, right? And you really don't have a way to fix that. You have a primary downstairs on that second house and then 3 upstairs, and you can't add a bedroom downstairs for an office. So I would say probably this house would be my favorite. Yeah, the back patio isn't big, but we can always extend that. Sorry. And so, yeah, those are my final thoughts. Sorry, we got workers coming in now, so I'm gonna end the video there. But let me know what you think in the comments below. And again, reach out if I can help in any way. I do these videos to educate people, but also just to, people can kind of get to know me through these videos and reach out individually, and I can get to know what you're looking for, what's important to you, start asking you questions that maybe you haven't thought to ask yourself. Because buying a house is a financial decision, and it's important you understand your options there and see all the homes and make sure you're getting the best deal possible. But it's also a lifestyle decision, right? And you want to make sure that you're buying a house that you enjoy living in it every day. And so having someone that's going to ask you a lot of questions and make you really think this through before you pull the trigger and sign a contract, it's really important to have that person. And that's who I try to be for all my clients. So it doesn't matter if you're looking to move in 9 days or 90 days, you can give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email, or schedule a Zoom call. Love to get to know you, get to know your family, get to know your situation, and help you find a great home and a great deal in the Easton Park neighborhood. Until next time, I hope to see you guys around the neighborhood.